Welcome back, you beautiful fucks. Today is a video, that's for sure. It's a simple video. Let me lower my chair really quick so I'm closer to the mic. Okay, there we go. So we have a few things. First off, the unboxing will be the second half. That's a weird way to start the video. Second off, let's get into the first thing. Jesus, I'm all over the place, but as you can see, I told you guys a while, or not too long ago, I want to talk about the Pacific Rim comics. I did read them all. Funny story, the first time I went to record this audio, I had not finished reading the comics. I didn't realize that till like a couple minutes in, where I was like, I should probably stop recording because I don't know what I'm talking about. So now I finished them all, and the first one's here. I just dropped I don't know what that is, I just dropped it. Hang on. Okay. There we go. This is the first one, Tales from the Drift. It's about 4 comics, 4 issues, I should say, for all you comic enthusiasts out there. Yeah, I'm not really into comic books, so if you see me holding them kind of weird or anything like that, don't judge me. But this one, quick review, not bad. Probably my favorite out of the 2. It's this tale of this couple that is controlling Tacit Ronin together, I believe. I believe there were some parts that were just hard to look at in terms of like, not hard to look at, but like hard to tell what I'm looking at in terms of the kaiju design and how they were fighting. But it's a nice little short story. But I rated it 3 out of 5. We're going out of 5 here. So that's for Tales of the Drift, 3 out of 5. It's a nice little tale. It doesn't add too much to the whole lore of Pacific Rim, in my opinion. Up next, we have Aftermath. This is 6 issues, and this one, it shows a lot of cool stuff, like in the, well, I'm going to take back the comment I was about to make. I'll just say it shows a lot of cool stuff, but doesn't deliver. Most of the stuff you see on the covers is in the comic, actually. But in terms of like, it follows this one guy. I kind of already forgot his name, to be honest, and there's not too much, like, there is some quotes around the word Jaeger versus kaiju fighting in there, but it's not anything like the movies. It's on a much smaller scale, which is still pretty nice, but I just couldn't click too much with that part of the story. Now, the other half of that story is you're finding Hannibal Chow. That's Ron Perlman's character. I hope I got the actor right. You know how bad I am. I could just name a completely different character. You know who I'm talking about, though, from the first Pacific Rim. It continues his story, and that's a little bit more interesting. But even again, as a whole, I kind of rate this story like another 3 out of 5. It's not bad. There has some good moments in there, but it didn't pique my interest as much. And again, it doesn't add too much to the whole universe of Pacific Rim. On top of that, in those comics, you also get a additional short story in each issue called I Am Pentecost, and that follows what's his name, John Boyega, his character from Pacific Rim Uprising. It's his character and kind of a little bit of an origin story, sort of. It adds a little bit of depth to the character, but again, not too much. And honestly, I'd rate that even lower, like a 2 out of 5, in my opinion. So they're okay comics, you know. That's what I have to say about all of them. I don't know if that's all the Pacific Rim comic books out there. I don't think it is. I thought they were going to be like all of them, but I think there's still some that I'm missing, and I would like to read those. But again, I guess they're fine little stories, you know. But I'll be honest, compared to like some of the stuff you see with like the MonsterVerse graphic novels that really kind of expand that universe and explain some things and build upon other things, these are just like stories within the Pacific Rim universe that don't really add too much, in my opinion. You may feel differently, and that's totally fine. So let me know what you think, if you read them, if you like them, if you don't like them, if you haven't read them. If you're a fan of Pacific Rim, still read them. just, Pacific Rim fans, we got to take what we can get, okay? We got to, it is what it is. Anyway, that's enough rambling about that. Let's get on to this over here. This is the unboxing part of the video. So, this is my first package from the Godzilla Store USA. And I ordered this a long time ago. And by not that long, but I'll explain that later. But let's just I'll tell my story and my opinions on the Godzilla Store after we open this box. You might be wondering too, Danny, that's not the usual setup right there. And I'm like, yep, you are correct. Because I had to do laundry. So I had to go to my parents' house because my apartment complex does not have a laundry unit. And even if it did, I'm not paying, was it like $3 a load to wash and dry when I could just, go to my parents and they welcome me with open arms. And I just have to pay them back by mowing the lawn when the weather is drier. So, fair trade. Anyway, first figure we're looking at here is the crawling landing form Hedorah. So, you can kind of already start to guess whenever I place this order and how long I've been waiting for this. Apparently it was delayed for a while, but it finally got here. There's the tag. Very nice. So, if I didn't already say, yes, this is... I'm in my mom's office recording this while I was doing the laundry. Anyway, just a fun... She just so happened to have a little phone stand that just brought everything together. And a little lamp. So now we have good lighting too. But, yeah, crawling Hedorah, landing Hedorah. There's so many forms now. Not so many, but there's like multiple that just came out. I don't know what just happened there. I think my camera almost fell. It's actually my phone. And there's the main piece. I only ordered 2 things here. That is Bagon, right? Yeah, it is. And this guy, I ordered him pretty much immediately because why not? Like, look at this. Who would have thought we would have got a Movie Monster Series Bagon figure? And look at him. He looks great too. Like, one of the best figures this year, maybe? Although it came out last year, but I got it this year. So it's going on. For me, it's the 2024 list, okay? It qualifies. It missed the deadline for 2023. So, it has a whole year ahead of it. There's his tag. That's cool. I hope I said the name right. Bagon. I believe so. Who cares? But there it is. 2 great figures. I don't know if I'm going to get the other Hedorah landing form that's like just slightly stood up, but also kind of hunched over. Because is it really that? Do I really need that one? We'll see. I think it just went up on the Godzilla store, so I'll have to see if it's worth getting. But all in all, they all get a thumbs up. So, and also my experience with the Godzilla store. That was my first experience, so I will admit not the best in terms of, shipping speed because there was that delay. But you know what? I'm willing to give them another chance. Because, again, those were pre-orders. At least one of them, the Bagon was. So, it is what it is. You never know what happens. But you would think, it's the official Godzilla store. They would have, some kind of special direct connection from the Japanese stores. But something happened, I guess. But even though other U.S. sellers were already getting it, like Showcase Daikaiju, I believe, already had theirs for a while. So I don't know how that all works. But I'm willing to still give the store another chance. I just might try it with items that are actually in stock. And I'm really hoping, I understand, Japan gets the figures first, and it takes, a little bit for the figures to come to the U.S., but sometimes it just seems like it takes a while for some of these figures to appear on the U.S. store, and some of them don't even make it. So I'm hoping that kind of changes over time. I would like to see more and more, figures. Obviously, I'm sure they base their supply off the U.S. demand. Some of these figures probably don't fly off the shelf in the U.S. as they would in Japan. So I can understand why maybe that affects it, but who knows? I don't work in the business side of things. So, anyway, that's all for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed. Next week, I think I'm going to talk about Singular Point and maybe even the Godzilla Netflix series. So I know none of you are excited for that, but I'm still sharing my opinion. Anyway, I hope you all take care, and I'll see you all next time.